How's it going? Just sorting my shit out at the moment. We got just getting the first aid kit and meds, and just getting the gun sorted, and then lay a bit of food up the top there, and shoot out for a afternoon mish. Chat. Just perched up here glassing, and within the first 30 minutes there was a bit of sun exposure, but there's two bull tahr way the fuck up there. So plan will be camp up this side creek here, and then tomorrow drop back down the track there, and then I should be able to go up there. I believe there's a poled route, and be able to assess them, but it's a bit far away to assess these bulls. Young bull and a nanny. Update. Seen 3 chamois right behind the tent. I had a tahr pop out of this bluff system, so I was fixated on getting the gun or the binos out, and then I was like, oh, go get the rangefinder, and then fuck me, I look behind the tent and there's fucking a big chamois and a fucking yearling, and then they run in the bush, and I go back to look in this tahr, and fucking 2 minutes later another chamois just runs across the face there. All in winter coat, and we're in for nearly the middle of summer, which is pretty weird, but got a route planned for tomorrow. So I looked up where I seen the first 2 or 3 bulls this morning. I spotted a really good bull, I'm assuming on his own, right in the scrub, bedded down. Big blonde mane on him, so I'm going to assume being on his own and in the scrub like that, he's a relatively good bull. And there is a track poled up there, and I know what bluff system he's in, so hopefully with a bit of luck tomorrow might bump into him. Trying to glass for bulls. I got one over there, but this fucking clag just keeps rolling in and out. In and out. So you get a glimpse of him, and then the clag's back in again. But I'm assuming he's just one of the younger bulls I've seen earlier. But we'll see. Update for the day while I'm sitting here glassing in the clag. Seen 6 or 7 bulls, and I've unfortunately got a bit of buck fever and made one look a little bigger than it was, and popped him at 50 in the chest front on as he's jumped up out of his bed in the cliffs. feel pretty shit about it because I wasn't planning on shooting any smaller tahr. But you live and you learn, I guess. So morning of the third day, there's 5 bulls over there, but it's so bloody clagged at the moment, I can't really get a good judgment. 4 of them are about 3-4 years old, but there's maybe one in the mob that's over 12. But, and if it's that, I'm probably just going to leave it, because even if it be a PB bull, I shouldn't really be shooting it for the fact that I fucked up shooting that smaller 11 and something. So unless it was a donkey, but 12 still only a 6-7 year old, so I'll probably leave them. This is the camp I've got. That's my tent. It's all clagged in, but I think that might give you, without giving you the heebie-jeebies of showing you actually where the tent is. It's the one flat spot on this whole side of the mountain. It's just on top of a cliff, but it was better than nothing last night, I'll tell you that. Old Murphy got me back for shooting that young tahr. Too busy messing around with the camera on this nanny tahr here, cracked behind me. Lo and behold, there's a really decent bull. Just snuck right up behind me, about probably 10 metres. Heard the crack, tried to fuck around with the camera, realised he was a decent bull. Dropped to grab the gun, chambered one. But by then, he had just gone behind a tree and ghosted off into the bushes. I was too busy thinking about that tahr sneaking up behind me before, and then looking through the camera at the photos of the tahr I was taking pictures of, and I burnt the bloody food because I was too busy bloody getting excited over photos. So I'm down to the old 2-minute instant noodles to conserve my food. Just from my tent, I just got up after having a lay down and a piss. And there's 2 tahr right beside my tent. Update for the day, had a bit of a cock up with a nanny tahr on the track this morning. Missed her like 80 yards, and then just had a bit of a lazy day. Well, not actually lazy, but late start more than anything. Got to a side creek past this one, but decided it was not too hard to get up, so I come back up this one, set a tent up here, and then lazed around till about 5:30, and then hustled up the back there. Seen a few nannies, and then spied some bulls up in this bluff system, so I smashed out like 500 vert in an hour. Got up there and I was like, oh shit, they're actually nannies. So I tonged up a couple with some average shooting, and then look up into this other group of nannies, and there's a bull. And these bulls are with with these other nannies, but they're hiding in the scrub. And then they're only 400 yards away, but because I got a suppressor on, they didn't really give a shit. So just assessed them. They're all around that 11-12 inch mark. Had another single bull come out of the scrub. He was about 11, so watched them for a bit. And at 8 o'clock, which was my time to get down, just because of how shitty and steep it was. I have been leaving most of the nannies this trip, but in this catchment I've seen quite a few, and a couple slightly bigger mobs around that 5, and I think the consensus is if it's a mob or 5 or more, they want them shot. So shot a couple, shoot to waste, just for the fact that I'm, I don't know, 20 k's from the car, and it's in the middle of summer, so meat won't last. So it's just me shooting a couple with a gun, or Doc coming through with a helicopter and shooting 100. So it's better us hunters shoot 1 or 2 nannies here and there most trips, so we don't have a build up and then have something like Tarmageddon happen, where Conservation Minister just goes ape shit and declares war on the Tahr. So if we manage them properly, then we will hopefully have a sustainable herd for years to come. Here we are. I just got my first chamois buck. Had a bit of, it was reasonable bases, but he fucking horn rot. Just had to cross the main Perth River there. Thought I was gonna have to swim, but know what I'm doing with the river cross, so I made it across. Got some meat. Fucking stoked.